Hi, thank you for joining me for the first and possibly only Lunchtime Laughs with Kate. I hope that you are having a great day wherever this finds you. A dear friend of mine who is dealing with some real life hard things right now. I keep forgetting that people still have real life hard things on top of pandemic hard things. And so she is one of those. She asked if I would please make a video to make her laugh. And so if this is the least I can do to offer humanity, I am happy to do it for her and for any of you who might watch it and enjoy it as well. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot to offer from our small little neck of the woods. I can't sew, so I'm not making masks. We're not really musical. We're not putting out like a fun family music video. My kids are adorable, but they've been doing the like online lunch doodles with Mo Willems, which is so fun. But they're not very good. So we're not like putting out any masterpieces to share with the world. So if this is the least I can do, I'm happy to. My husband is a cartographer, so he is working from home, frantically making lots of maps for all the people who cannot go anywhere. Yeah. So if this is what I can offer, I'm happy to do it for her and for you. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. In case you're wondering, like all of the rest of the world, I am business on top, quarantine on the bottom. But I did take a shower for all of you and dried my hair, which was the first time in a long time. So feels special. Feels special. I keep hearing lots of people talk about the baby boom that they are sure is going to happen after this quarantine. And I'm not so sure that is how it's going to play out. See, nothing quite kills the mood like being stuck inside your house with 3 kids and an adult working from home. You know, it's kind of like if you had a weight problem and you put a mirror right next to the freezer where you keep your ice cream. So every time you go to get the ice cream out, you look in the mirror and you see this is what got us to this problem in the first place. So you close the freezer and you don't eat the ice cream. It's like that. All I have to do is look around and see this is what got us to that problem in the first place. Not a lot of baby boom happening, I think, for some of these households. I'm not great at math, as I've learned by this e-learning opportunity. I'm like kind of tracking with my 2nd grader. My 4th grader, though, has left me, like fractions and long division. But I think I can map out what I see happening here with this. Let me just remind you, I know that these are terrible things and terrible times to be joking about. So please don't tell me that I'm awful for making light of it, because I know the reality. But I think while it's a terrible time to have put Facebook back on my phone, I think maybe we should all just commit together to letting Facebook be a place of joy and hope. Because I don't know about you, but I definitely know where to find all the scary articles and scary graphs, and I'm reading them way too much, all of them. So maybe together we can just say, I'm not going to post any more of those on Facebook. No more shares of the scary graphs. No more. Because I know where to find them all myself, and I don't have to see them there. So together, let's just only let it be things that are bringing us hope and not more fear. And this graph I'm going to make, that's very important. So here's the alarming mortality rate. Alarming, right? We all agree about that. And then here's where we should be in regards to the baby boom in order to make up for what's happening with the mortality rate. And then here's where we likely are instead, like the mirror next to your freezer, okay? So for me, this just becomes more ice cream. And we just call it good. Yeah, that's what's happening with the mortality rate. I don't know. Something I've been thinking a lot about lately is Nextdoor. Are you familiar with that? It's amazing. If you need something to do, you get bored and you can't watch any more Netflix, go to Nextdoor and it'll just remind you of the state of our humanity pre-pandemic. It's like this super passive-aggressive social media platform where you post complaints about all of your neighbors. It's supposed to be like to get help. When is recycle day and yard waste removal and that kind of stuff? But instead, people, let me remind you, not anonymously, post things like, if that person leaves their dog poop in front of my house again, they're going to be sorry. But your name and address is on there. So instead of like going to your neighbor and talking to them about the problem, you post it on Nextdoor for everyone to see. Super passive aggressive, but also hilarious. We recently had a banana bandit in the area, and someone was leaving an empty banana peel on someone's driveway every morning. And this person was so upset about it that they installed cameras to catch the banana bandit. Instead of just letting it compost there, it was a whole ordeal. So Nextdoor is amazing, but it's kind of fallen down now that everyone is afraid of their neighbors, and we're like even afraid to see them outside, like from a distance, barely wave, don't be afraid of your neighbors, just don't go hug them. I decided to create Indoor because we're all stuck inside together, and so let's passively aggressive post on Indoor about the people we're indoors with. For example, would the adult in my house who's working from home please find a room to work in with a door? Because if you get to decide when you're available and when you're not, I get to decide when I'm going to wrestle the toddler out of the room and when I'm not. That would be an example on Indoor. Or, for example, if you can wipe your own butt, you can make your own lunch. Would anyone in this house who knows how to make their own lunch please raise your hand? Yes, the same hand that you know how to wipe your own butt with. There you go. An example for Nextdoor. Or another example would maybe be, does anyone on here know where I can find a maid? Because there's dirty clothes all over the house and I'm looking for a good maid service to come in and clean up the dirty clothes that are all over this house because nobody knows how to pick them up themselves. That would be an example for Indoor. So look for it soon, coming on all of the social media platforms as soon as I get my computer back from my e-learners because they're using it all day for their school and I don't have it myself. I think that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me for Lunchtime Laughs. I hope that it brought you a smile at least, or an eye roll. I don't know which. But my prayer for you today is that the peace from God, which surpasses all understanding, would fall afresh on you today, and that He would remind you of some things if you just look around to be thankful for. Mine is my backyard mud pit. It's such a mess, but the sun is shining and my kids can get outside, and my 2-year-old loves the mud and she keeps stirring soup in all the mud puddles, and that is bringing me joy today. So thank you.